Hello, my dear student. Welcome to our program of Science Third Private Stage. Today we are going to talk about general revision. In this revision, we will see scientific term, choose the correct answer, problem on electricity and hereditary. Let's go to our revision. The first question in our revision is choose the correct answer. Space metal doesn't replace the hydrogen of the diluted acids. Again, metal doesn't replace the hydrogen of the diluted acids. Magnesium, silver, zinc, or iron. Silver as a metal doesn't replace the hydrogen of the diluted acid because silver is less active than hydrogen. The second question, the potential difference between two terminals of the wire when the work done to transfer electric charge is 8 coulomb equals 32 joule. Again, the potential difference between two terminals of the wire when the work done to transfer electric charge is 8 coulomb equals 32. In this question is a problem. We can find potential difference from the law potential difference or V equal W over T. So 32 over 8 equal 4 volt. So the potential difference between two terminals equal 4 volt. Which of the following substance doesn't produce black product? Again, which of the following substance doesn't produce black product? HGO, mercury, red mercury, or copper hydroxide CuOH by 2, copper sulfate, or copper carbonate. Which of the following substance doesn't produce black product? The correct answer is HGO or red mercury. Active metal replaces the hydrogen of the water and space produce metal oxide, metal hydroxide, metal carbonate, or metal sulfate. If you write this equation, the equation between or the chemical reaction between metal as a sodium and water, the metal hydroxide is produced. Again, if we write a reaction between active metal like sodium and water, metal hydroxide will produce. The measuring unit of the electric resistance is ohm, ampere, volt, or coulomb. Ohm is the correct answer, which equivalent to volt over ampere. Again, ohm is a measuring unit of electric resistance and equivalent to volt over ampere. In the oxidation-reduction reaction, the number of lost electrons is the gained electron. Again, in the oxidation-reduction reactions, the number of lost electrons is more than, less than, equal to the gained electron. The correct answer is equal to. When potassium reacts with diluted hydrochloric acid, hydrogen gas evolves and potassium nitrate is formed, potassium sulfate, potassium chloride, or potassium hydroxide. Again, when we add a potassium to a diluted acid, hydrochloric acid, potassium chloride salt is formed. Oxidation and reduction are concurrent, separated, no correct answer process. Oxidation and reduction, as we see, is concurrent process. Adrenaline is a hormone that is secreted in the case of increase of the sugar, percentage, or emergencies or growth. Again, adrenaline is a hormone that is secreted in the case of emergencies. Genes are found in the cytoplasm, mitochondria, nucleus of cell. Genes, as we studied, are found in the nucleus of cell. Another question in our revision mentions the oxidizing and reducing agent in the following reaction. In this reaction, we can see magnesium react with carbon dioxide to form magnesium oxide and carbon. Magnesium react as a metal. Metal plus carbon dioxide, metal is a reducing agent. So carbon dioxide react as oxidizing agent. So in this reaction, we can see magnesium react with carbon dioxide and magnesium as a reducing agent, but carbon dioxide is oxidizing agent. Another question in this: aluminum with ferrous sulfate to form aluminum sulfate and iron. Aluminum react in this reaction as, and ferrous sulfate react as. Aluminum react as a reducing agent, but FeSO4, ferrous sulfate, react as oxidizing agent. Another question: write the scientific term. It is a connect positive pole of all cell together and negative pole of all cell by copper wire. Again, it is a connect positive pole of all cell together and negative pole of all cell by a copper wire. It is a parallel connection of dry cell or battery. Again, it is a parallel connection of dry cell. They are traits that transmitted from one generation to another. Again, they are traits that transmitted from one generation to another. It is a hereditary trait, like hair color, eye color. It is a resistance which can be varied in order to control the current intensity and potential difference. Again, it is a resistance which can be varied in order to control the current intensity and potential difference. It is a variable resistance or rheostat. Is a chemical substance is produced inside living organism as a catalyst which increases the biological reaction. Is a chemical substance is produced inside living organism as a catalyst which increases the biological reaction. It is enzyme. Another question in scientific term: it is a chemical process which causes increase of hydrogen percentage or decrease of oxygen, or atom gain electron or more. Again, it is a chemical process in which causes increase of hydrogen percentage or decrease of oxygen, or another definition for this process: atom gain electron or more. It is a reduction. It is a reduction process. It is the potential difference in a conductor on doing a work of joule to transfer quantity of one coulomb. The definition of volt as a measuring unit of potential difference. Again, if we start a scientific term by a physical quantity like a potential difference, as this scientific term, it is the potential difference in a conductor on doing a work of joule to transfer quantity of one coulomb. This means definition of measuring unit of the physical quantity potential difference is volt. Cells' disability to use glucose sugar because decrease of secretion of insulin hormone from pancreas. Cells' disability to use glucose sugar because decrease of secretion of insulin hormone from pancreas. It is a diabetes. Body stop growing and become dwarf. It is a dwarfism. It is a spontaneous conversion of nuclei of radioactive elements that are present in nature in an attempt to achieve a more stable composition. It is a radioactive phenomenon. They are a chemical reaction in which one of the elements is higher in a chemical activity, substitute or replaces another in its solution. It is a simple substitution reaction. This question is a problem. If an electric heater connected to a source of electric current, its intensity equal 2 ampere. Calculate the amount of a charge that flows through a wire in 4.2 seconds. Again, this problem, if an electric heater connected to source of electric current, its intensity equal 2 ampere. Calculate the amount of a charge, Q. Amount of a charge, its symbol is Q, that flows through a wire in 4.2 seconds. The answer of this problem, we will find the electric charge Q equal I as electric intensity product time. Q equal I as a 2 ampere times 4.2 equal 8.4 coulomb. Another question in our revision is give reason for. Although aluminum comes before zinc in chemical activity series, but it takes time more than zinc to react with acid. Although aluminum is more active than zinc in chemical activity series, but the aluminum takes time more than zinc to react with acid because the presence of a layer of aluminum oxide on aluminum sheet which take time to be removed. Radium element is considered as a radioactive element. Why? Give reason. A radium element is considered as a radioactive element because the number of neutrons is higher than a certain number, therefore it's radiate different radiation and get converted to a stable element. Another question in give reason. Mendel has chosen B plant to conduct his experiment. Again, Mendel has chosen B plant to conduct his experiment. For some reasons, Mendel chose bee plant because bee plants are growing fast and easily. Their life cycle is short. Their flowers are either male or female flower, can be self-pollinated or artificially pollinated by man. Another reason for bee plants, they produce a large crop. Pituitary gland is called the master gland because it secretes hormone which regulate many other glands. Again, pituitary gland because it secretes hormone which regulate many other glands. So pituitary gland, we can call this gland as a master gland. Another question in our general revision today shows the result generation of the mating of two individual hybrids, or capital or small, in which both are from the tall stemmed bee plant. Again, in this problem, as Mendel shows the resulted generation of the mating of two individual hybrids. Hybrid, we studied that individual hybrid contain or consists of R capital and R small as a dominant and a recessive Again, recessive and dominate, in which both are from the tall stemmed pea plant. We will form gamete as we see R capital R small, R capital R small, mate to give us R capital R capital, R capital R small, R capital R small, and R small R small. Which of these individual are tall stem and which of them is short stem? We can see that R capital R capital, R capital R small, R capital R small as a yellow seed or tall stem, as a dominate, but R small is green seed or short stem. Another question, put true or false with correction. Red mercury oxide decomposed by heat into silver color, precipitate in the tube. Again, this question as a chemical reaction. If we write that HgO and heat HgO, it will decompose by heat into silver color. It is a true statement because the mercury oxide HgO will decompose into Hg as a silver color or mercury plus oxygen. Non-metal are arranged descending according to their chemical activity series. Non-metal are arranged descending according to their chemical activity series. It is a wrong statement because the correct answer is metal. Metal are arranged descending according to their chemical activity series. Neutralization is the reaction of acid and base to form salt only. This chemical reaction we can write NaOH plus HCl. It will produce NaCl as a salt, but plus water H2O. We know that this base, when the acid and base react, the produce or the product of this reaction is salt and water, not salt only. So this is a wrong statement. Hydrogen gas evolve when sodium react with water. Again, hydrogen gas evolve when sodium react with water. We can write this chemical reaction also. Sodium Na plus H2O, it will give NaOH plus H2. NaOH as a sodium hydroxide plus H2 as a hydrogen gas. So it is a correct answer. Another question, hormones are secreted from a special organ called ductless gland. Again, hormones are secreted from a special organ called ductless gland. It is a true. The value of current intensity increase as the resistance decrease. Again, in this relation, we can see if a resistance of wire increase, what will happen for current intensity? Again, this question, the value of current intensity increases as their resistance decrease. It is a true because there are inversely proportional between current intensity and resistance. The increase in concentration of reactant lead to the decrease in the speed of the chemical reaction. Again, the increase in the concentration of reactant lead to the decrease in the speed of chemical reaction. It is wrong because the increase in the concentration of reactant lead to increase the speed of the chemical reaction because the increasing of collision between molecules. Another question, show by the chemical balanced equation the following. Show by the chemical balanced equation the following. The effect of heat on the red mercuric oxide, 2HgO as a mercuric oxide, it is a red solution. When we heat mercuric oxide, it will give Hg plus O2. Hg as a mercury with silver color, and oxygen evolved from the tube. Adding of hydrochloric acid to the sodium carbonate. Again, adding of hydrochloric acid to the sodium carbonate. We will write the reactant as 2HCl as a hydrochloric acid with sodium carbonate Na2CO3. It will give sodium chloride 2NaCl and water with carbon dioxide evolved from the tube. Again, when we add a drop of hydrochloric acid as a diluted acid to sodium carbonate solution, it will produce sodium chloride NaCl and water with effervescence because the carbon dioxide will evolve from the tube. Reduction of a hot copper oxide by passing of the hydrogen on it. Again, we will write hydrogen and copper oxide. It will produce water and red precipitate as a copper. Again, in this equation, we will see reduction and oxidation reaction between hydrogen and copper oxide because hydrogen gain oxygen and copper oxide lose oxygen. Adding of silver nitrate solution to the sodium chloride solution. If we write a reactant as NaCl sodium chloride and AgNO3 as a silver nitrate, it will produce white precipitate of AgCl and NaNO3 as a sodium nitrate. Again, it will produce sodium nitrate and white precipitate of AgCl. This question show by drawing only the connection of 3 cells, each of 1.5 volt, to get an EMF with 1.5 volt. When we connect a dry cell as a barrel as shown in this figure, each of battery or each of cell equal 1.5. So there are 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 in barrel. We use 1.5 only, 1.5 only. But if we want 3 volt, we will connect two dry cell, 2 cell in barrel to give 1.5, and in series another cell plus 1.5 equals 3 volt. Again, 1.5 from barrel connection of 2 cell with another one in series equals 3 volt. Equal 3 volt. Another question in our general revision today, what is mean by? The current intensity passes in the conductor 1.5 ampere. In this question, we will define current intensity. We will define current intensity because This question called what's mean by the current intensity passes in a conductor 1.5 means that quantity of electric charge flowing through a cross section of a conductor in 1 second equal 1.5 coulomb. This definition, we can find this definition by law. If you write electric intensity I equal Q as a coulomb or a quantity of electric charge over time. Again, if you write a law of electric current intensity I equal Q over T. When current intensity equal 1.5 mean quantity of electric charge equal 1.5 in a time equal 1 second. So you can write 1.5 equal 1.5 over 1 as a time in 1 second. What's meant by feedback mechanism? It is a mechanism which hormone work to achieve the internal balance in a human body. Again, it is a mechanism, feedback mechanism mean a mechanism which hormone work to achieve the internal balance in a human body. Dear student, I hope to enjoy your time with us. Try to answer the question in general revision in main book. Till we meet you again, goodbye and good luck.